My question is, do the CrossFit Games end up looking drastically different after this, including do they survive or look drastically different? Or do you think that there's a chance with, depending on what comes out, that we make some changes and it can continue in a similar form as it has been?
Yeah, I do think things will look different, but it may not be solely due to this incident. Things were already changing and things were probably going to evolve in some way, shape, or form prior to this over the next 3 to 5 years, just in terms of what their CrossFit Games product looks like, right? They trimmed out the masters and teens this year. They've had plenty of feedback that the team events are not what they once were. And so they're probably deciding what direction to take that. And so those changes, that stuff will continue to be part of the conversation to how we're refining this CrossFit Games product from a company standpoint. And then from this incident, there will have to be some kind of changes that are made, that are very public and put out there, just whether they're massive or not, so that public perception can start to believe that whatever they're doing is trying to do the right things for the athletes, for whatever else. Again, this is highly subject to a lot of factors. And so in short, yes, I think things will change and I think things will continue to evolve, maybe now at a faster rate given what happened. But I think that was inevitable anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah. Anything on that, Mike?
I think the games will continue, but will they continue under the guise of, or under the umbrella of CrossFit, or will an outside company come and, take it over, buy it potentially, and CrossFit just focuses on the affiliate side of it, and maybe CrossFit is looking now potentially to look to sell it to some outside company, like, hey, we don't want to deal with this anymore. I think the PFAA, whatever, the Flag Football Association, whatever the heck that thing's called, will be involved more in terms of the safety stuff. Obviously, I think they're going to be more heavily involved in what happens from there on. I was reading Sam Samuel's comment, the games will have to be more standardized. I don't know what that means. It already is pretty standardized. And the events known more in advance to properly prepare for safety, I think that's not going to happen either. I think people in the background they already probably do look at the safety standards, I'm assuming, of each event. Hence, that's how some of these events are getting leaked beforehand, because people know about them. They test them. It's not like they just don't have safety measures already in place. But in terms of the future of the CrossFit Games, I think it's likely that we do still see it, but it's going to be under some other umbrella. It's not going to be CrossFit running it.
Yeah. My last one is this. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. A crazy, crazy way they could do this. And I had talked about this long before this had come up.
Yeah,
when they were speculating. No, thanks. I'm not prepared for that. I'll write some workouts, but that's about it. A wild way to run the season and to take out some of the drama that kind of leads up to the games would be to release the entire map of the season. Open, quarters, semis, games. They're pre-programmed to an extent. You don't have to give every single detail, but now you're choosing how you're going to train to represent yourself across this 4-step test, across these 30 total events to be the fittest. And now you can't say that you were unprepared or something, and you have this small window of time from February to August to do what you want to do, using what methodology you want to do, to have this test across all these different, domains and things. And so I'm not saying that'll ever happen, but that's an interesting way to think about it, because it's not like you're giving someone 5 years to prep for the test. The test changes every year. You just give the answers early, so people can't say they're not prepared. They've had everything. It'll never happen. It doesn't fit that way, but it's an interesting thing to think about.